I'm Mark Parker, and this is Policy Buzz, a weekly podcast designed to help you better understand, purchase, and then maintain your insurance coverages. I hope you're doing all right today. We have a great show for you today. Today's show is all about getting started. Getting started in purchasing insurance, getting started in maintaining your insurance policies. And, getting started doesn't always have to mean starting brand new. It can also mean, when you're sitting down and saying, I need to revise and review and see how my existing coverages are helping me, or in some cases, not helping me. So getting started doesn't always have to mean brand new. But getting started is primarily asking questions. And so if you're asking the question, what do I need to do? You're in the right place. Oftentimes we get questions from some of you out there who are asking things such as, how do I get a better price? Or should I have higher or lower deductibles? Or, do I even have the right coverages? And these are all important questions. But they also all center around doing one thing when you get started. If you don't remember anything else, remember this when getting started: a policy review. You need to have somebody conduct a policy review. Now, what a policy review is, it's very simple. It's a question and answer session. Questions are asked, such as, what are you doing? Are you buying a house? Do you have a business? Are you purchasing new vehicles? What do you have that needs insurance? And during this question and answer period, you're going to discover things. You're going to discover what we call risks. What are your risks? If you have a business, for example, what kind of business is it? Shoe store? Do you sell greeting cards? Are you a trucking company? All of them have very different risks. And so when you're discovering these risks, you want to find out how these risks need to be taken care of. So this question and answer period of a policy review, a coverage review, it's the same thing. It's a sort of a looking at yourself, looking at what you have, and trying to figure out what you need to take care of that. So you discover your risks. For instance, let's say you own a landscaping company. Now, this landscaping company has employees. And your employees are out there cutting grass, they're using power tools, they're using sharp objects. Sooner or later, someone's going to get hurt. So one of your risks is taking care of injured employees. Let's say you're buying a house. And then you buy this house, and this house is right in the middle of a flood zone. But you love it. The property's beautiful. Well, one of your risks is you may end up having to deal with a flood. So when you're looking at all these risks, looking at what you need, you're going to then determine what coverages are most important for you. And that's the second step when you're going through this policy review. After you've identified what your risks are, what could happen, then you're going to find solutions for those risks. And that's what insurance is. Insurance is a solution to help you take care of your risks. What you're really doing is you're transferring those risks from yourself to an insurance company, and you're paying a premium for that. You're paying a price to transfer those risks. So when you identify those risks, what you need, for instance, a homeowner's policy is going to transfer most of those risks. It's going to be a solution for those risks. But you may have specific coverages you need, such as we talked about floods. If you think you're going to have a flood, you're in a flood zone, that's a potential risk, then the solution for you is flood insurance. If you are building a building and your company has a large warehouse, but that warehouse is being built over abandoned mines, well, one of the risks you have is you could have some settling, and then what's going to happen? Your building could be destroyed. So what is the risk? Mine subsidence. Well, guess what? You buy mine subsidence insurance. That's the solution for you. And we can go on and on, but that's what you're discovering during this question and answer period of having a coverage review. So as we move down through the process, figure out our risks, find solutions for those risks, then the last step is simply finding which insurance companies have the best pricing for you. And that's shopping out your coverages. So you've gone from discovering your risks, finding out what you need based on your situation, homeowner, owning autos, owning a business. Second, finding solutions, insurance policies and coverages that can take care of you. And then last is figuring out who has the best price for you. Now, once you've gone through all these steps, you've purchased insurance. And not only have you purchased it, but you've purchased it with knowledge, not just having somebody else tell you, well, this is what you need. You've purchased it with knowledge. A coverage review is so important. As I said, if you don't remember anything else, remember policy review, whether you have insurance now or you're purchasing it for the first time. And you should do a policy review at least every couple years. If you own a home, do it every 3 or 4 years. If you own a business, I would do it every year. You sit down with your insurance professional and you have them go over the policy review for you. Figure out what you need, what the solutions are, and then what's your best price. That's how you get started. If you have more questions about getting started, you can contact me anytime at policybuzzpc@gmail.com. That's policybuzzpc@gmail.com. I'm Mark Parker for Policy Buzz. Thanks for joining me today. We'll talk to you again next week.